so much. Our New Thought messengers, hello everyone, welcome. Oh, it's so good. Come on in, y'all, welcome. I am Shannon O'Hurley. My pronouns are she, her. I am so delighted to be in community this day that love has made for all of us here, all of you online. Welcome into this safe, nurturing, sacred, loving space. I want to take a personal moment, and I want to thank our practitioner and ministerial intern, Shelley Walker, for her beautiful talk last week. Yes, oh my goodness. You know, she stepped in at the 11th hour because my oldest daughter went into labor a week early, and I am now a Nana for the first time. And I want to thank you all for your beautiful blessing last week of her family. I sobbed like a baby. It was an incredibly meaningful, beautiful, beautiful experience. Mama and baby boy Jesse are doing great. So thank you again for all your messages of love and support from all the places where you are. Thank you, thank you. I want to also thank our online hosts today, practitioners Kelly Bastian and Beth Doyle. They are hosting the online NTCSL community, and so glad that they are here holding that space. We have such a special service for you this day. We have a very special guest. Some of you will remember her. She's been here before. The one and the only Tama Kieves is here. And for those of you who may be joining us for the first time, I want to, from the bottom of my heart, welcome you into this inclusive, progressive, compassionate, spiritual community that is dedicated to doing our own work and then walking that out in the world. We honor all faith paths. You will see we have many different symbols here, religious symbols. Even though we consider ourselves to be spiritual, not religious, we of course honor all faith paths, everyone, all people. When I say all people, what do I mean? All people are welcome into this safe place. And if you would like to get more information about what we are about and doing here, I invite you to check out our website at newthoughtcsl.org. We also have all kinds of information in our welcome center, also downstairs, all kinds of info. We also like to take a moment here in the brick and mortar location where we are in Lake Oswego, Oregon, and we honor that we are on the land of the Kalapuya people. We affirm indigenous history, experiences, and sovereignty. For those of you at home, this would be a fantastic time to grab a candle if you have one handy. I'll be asking you to light that in just a moment. And as we do every week, we like to anchor our time with our vision and our mission. It's what we are about here. So together, as you are comfortable with one voice, our vision, recognizing our oneness, we envision a world that works for everyone and all creation, and our mission, providing spiritual tools for personal and global transformation. And I would love it if you're comfortable, if you all would turn around and wave to our beloveds online who are joining us from literally all over the world. We're so grateful. We're so grateful that they are here with us. We love you so much, so glad you are here. Speaking of all over, for those of you who are new, you will see we have this altar right over here. And each candle, there are 50 candles, and each candle represents one of our states and all of the people in every state. And we are holding the highest for everyone, everywhere. I also want to just once again thank our practitioners, Kelly Bastian and Beth Doyle online. And if you haven't yet silenced your cell phone, I invite you to do that now. I know some of you take notes, that's fantastic. But if you could just silence that, that would be great. And I invite you at home to do the same so you can really be fully present with us this day. So those of you who are at home, I invite you to join us in this opening blessing. So I'm going to invite everyone here to just take a deep, nourishing breath, feeling the love and the joy and the joyous anticipation for this unfolding, for this offering this day for each one of us. I recognize that love itself woke us up this day, and love itself is sitting to our left and our right, in front of us, behind us, and through the screen. And what I know is this love that is called God by so many names is right here present, this spirit, this source energy. I'm so grateful for our incredible teams, for our greeter team, for our tech team, for the beloveds that are taking such good care of our children. I'm so thankful for our dear guest, Tama Kieves, knowing that Spirit moves through her and speaks through her, and each one of us this day hears exactly what it is that our soul brought us here today to know, to lean into, to grow into, and to become. I'm so thankful for our music. I'm so thankful for this beloved community. What a blessing to be together in this love this day. So with a heart that is filled with gratitude and great thanks, I let it be, and so it is. Amen. Amen. So those of you at home, this would be a great time to grab that candle and to go ahead and light it with me. And I'm going to invite those of you here in the room to please stand as you are able. As Brian comes up, so grateful Brian is going to be singing today. What a blessing. And again, for those of you who are here for the first time, this is our spiritual practice. And here we think of music and chant as prayer set to music. We've lowered the lights. So I invite you to just allow this prayer, this chant to move through you. Join us in song. Let it move through your body. Thank you.
My body, my soul are part of a perfect whole. My heart and my hands are serving a sacred plan. I know that it's true when all that I am comes down to you. I know that it's true. I know that I can rely on you. All that I am, all that I am, all that I am, all I give to you. All that I am, all that I am, all that I am, all I give to you. My thoughts and my mind belong to eternal time. My words and my song, you're writing them all along. I know that it's true when all that I am comes down to you. I know that it's true. I know that I can rely on you. All that I am, all that I am,
Good morning. The following passage is from the book, Learning to Trust Yourself, Breaking Through the Blocks That Hold You Back, by our guest speaker today, Tama Kieves. I would love you to leave this planet with no regrets. Freedom in your veins, seashells in your pocket. Humming or wailing out the note of your lifetime. A stream of contribution in your wake. We can create with secret powers or something like it in real time. We can experience real-time magic, optimization, and homecoming, and the time of our lives. This is what it means to trust yourself deeply. This can be learned. This can be practiced. And so it is.
Thank you, Deborah. What a great morning it is to be in community. Feel free to stand and dance as you're able or compelled. All right. Running around fixing this and that, giving it up to God and then taking it back. Just release and let it go. You don't even have to think about it no more. Get out of the way.
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 Get out the way and let God do its thing. You look like the weight of the world's on your back. Just take a deep breath and cut yourself some slack. All that drama ain't good for you. You couldn't change what is if you wanted to. Get out of the way.
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 Get out the way and let God do the thing. Go on, Adrian. Shine, the river's gonna flow. The tide's gonna rise without your say-so. The universe is working and the good is flowing. You don't dig up a seed and dig it up, see if it's growing. Get out of the way.
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 Get out the way.
Get out of the way.
Get out the way and let God do its thing. Thank you.
Brian Harris, everyone. Thank you so much. Speaking of get out of the way, we moved this pew so y'all can dance in the front now. So, Tama Kieves, our special guest today. I wanted to share a little tiny bit about her big, incredible life. Tama, she's an honors graduate of Harvard Law School. She left her law practice to write and help others to create the life they are born for. She is the best-selling author of 5, count 'em, 5 books, including her newest groundbreaking book, Learning to Trust Yourself. It's right here, available in the bookstore and in the lobby. Learning to Trust Yourself, Breaking Through the Blocks That Hold You Back. Featured in USA Today, Oprah Media, TEDx, and more. Tama is a sought-after speaker and visionary career and success coach who has helped thousands worldwide to discover and thrive in the life and the work of their dreams. She's also taught A Course in Miracles for many years and is known for her smart, spitfire spirituality, a girl after me own heart, her electric humor, and the big possibilities she brings out in others. For inspired support, for free goodies, you can check out her website, tamakieves.com. And also, please follow her if you're not already on social media. Please help me welcome Tama Kieves.
Have an issue with trusting ourselves, right? Or trusting an inner voice, right? Trusting that we know what it's saying, right? Like, good, thank you. Good, so we're in good company here because that's what we're gonna talk about is learning to trust yourself. And what I wanna do today with us is I wanna co-create this sacred space together, that we're gonna do this together, right? And so what I want you to know, what I want you to take away from today is that when you change the relationship with yourself, you change your relationship with the universe, right? Yes. When you love yourself, you can hear a loving spirit, but you can't hear that loving spirit when you're not loving you. So together, what I want to do is I want to create this safe space together. You know, they say that when two or more are gathered, something amazing happens. Well, a lot of us here are gathered. And what we're going to do is we're going to create this safe space. We're going to practice not judging. We're going to practice, if you will, because when I'm hearing judgment, I can't hear guidance. When I'm hearing self-criticism, I can't hear inspiration, right? And so if I let go of judgment for even a minute, that's when spirit can come through. So we're just going to play. We're going to practice this together for this talk, because I need you. I need us together doing this, right? Is you're going to practice not judging you. And you're going to practice not judging anybody here. And you're certainly going to practice not judging me. That is your number one. That is your number one thing here, if you forget anything else, right? Because what I want is when that judgment's gone, that guidance is here, and I want to see you're going to hear what you need to hear. You're going to feel what you need to feel. So we're going to be talking about learning to trust yourself, the most important skill there is. And I'm going to ask you, what do you think stops us from hearing that inner voice? You know, you have this code of genius in you. You have this spirit in you. We all do, but we don't listen to it always. And here's what I know. If you are not listening to your own inner voice, you're listening to someone else. Ugh. Who is more important to you than guidance? Who is more important? Maybe it's the voice of the culture. Maybe it's the voice of education. Maybe it's a family member. But if you're not listening to your dreams, your soul, your instincts, who are you listening to? So I was listening to my mother. So... yeah. Some of you know my story. I'm going to share a little bit of it because it's really important in learning to trust yourself. So when I was younger, I knew that I wanted to write. I fell in love with writing. I read Catcher in the Rye, and it was like, oh my God, I love creative writing. And the creative writing teacher was gorgeous. So like this was a sign, right? So like, oh my God, all things are adding up now, right? They're all adding up for good. So I went home to share this fabulous news with my family that I'd found my calling. I'd found my dream. I found what I'm supposed to do, right? But I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, to an Orthodox Jewish family who would not be very happy with me being here, by the way, but, but I am, and so if you said you found your calling, you wanted to write, nobody said Mazel Tov. Right? You know, maybe an oy vey, right? But it's like, I basically, when I was saying I found my calling, I wanted to write, it could have been the same thing as saying, I found my calling, I want to sell my body to the night. I found my calling, I want to deal heroin, right? My mother heard it the same way. Because in my mother's book, drug addicts and prostitutes and creative people. You know, they're all gonna, let's face it, you're all gonna live under the same bridge, right? So my mother said something like, you're going to write? You're going to write? You're going to starve, you're going to write. And that was the Go For Your Dreams talk that I got. And then my mother said, being something reasonable, said something like, what? You can't get a job? You'll write on the Sundays, right? The reasonable plan, the practical plan. Most of us got this. Most of us got this idea that we needed to be practical, we needed to be safe, we needed to be reasonable, and we shut down this original voice of instinct and love inside us. We decided it wasn't practical to listen to your God, to listen to your soul, to listen to your dreams. I'm here to tell you that's not safe. We're living in times now where the safest thing you're ever going to do is listening to your love, is listening, right? That's the safest thing on this planet, right? But I didn't know that back then, and I went off to law school. And I got accepted to Harvard Law School, and I graduated with honors from Harvard Law School, and my mother was very proud. Very proud. She bragged in every synagogue for all she was worth, right? Oh, my little girl, I don't want to tell you. Let me tell you. Should I tell you? Right? And you may have had a situation like this where there's something in your life, you're doing what other people say you should do. You're following expectations. Your life looks right, but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel okay. Because when we're not trusting us, when we're not listening to that divine, original, brilliant plan that is in you and only in you, it doesn't feel good. And so I practiced law. I was on partnership track in a major law firm, and I was dying. I was just feeling empty and scared and thinking, oh, God, what's wrong with me? I have what you're supposed to have, and I'm not okay. And then, thank God, a friend of mine said something amazing. He said, think about it. If you've been this successful doing something you don't love, what could you do with what you love? Bam! Isn't that good? And that opened my mind. I thought, you get one life. I want to know where this goes. I want to know what happens if I listen to the love inside me more than the fear. So I left everything to learn to trust that inner voice. And I left without a plan and without much money, and I left to decide, I want to know where this goes. And what I will tell you now, these many years later, is I did publish my books. I've got 5 of them out now, and many of them are bestsellers, and it's incredible. And I meet thousands of awesome human beings, and at this point I've had the privilege of coaching and teaching thousands of other individuals to unlock their genius. So when you follow what you're supposed to do, it helps everybody. And what I'm going to talk about today in terms of learning to trust yourself is I'm going to teach you 3 things. One of them is follow your breadcrumbs. Follow your breadcrumbs. The second one is going to be see yourself differently. And the third one is going to be undo any belief that is in the way of your perfect life. Right? So we're going to thank you. I never got that in synagogue. See, that's what, and I love it here, baby. So that's awesome. So I want to talk to you about following breadcrumbs. Because a lot of times, most of us in our lives, we're feeling like, but I want the plan. But I want the plan. I want to know what I'm supposed to do with my life. I want to guarantee. I want to see what I'm doing. We are here to follow the breadcrumbs. Our spirit speaks to us in the moment. And in this moment, there is something you know. In this moment, there's something you may be called to do. And in the next moment, there's something you're called to do. And in the next moment, there's never the huge plan, the 5-year plan, the Venn diagram, the notarized guarantee, right? That I always want that, but that's not how Spirit works. I teach my clients all the time, you can't plan an inspired life. You can't plan an inspired life. You don't know how to plan it because it's transformational. It's inspired. It's beyond anything we can imagine. But what we can do is listen moment by moment and follow those breadcrumbs. So I'm gonna share my best story of doing that. Some of you may have heard me tell this story because I tell it a lot because it's my best story of doing this, and it's just my best example of it. So after I'd left law and I was all kinds of transition and blah, 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 and I finally started writing what was going to become my first book, This Time I Dance, Creating the Work You Love. And I started writing that book. It took me 12 years to write that book. Took me 12 years. I know some of you are thinking, okay, I liked her until she said that. Like, oh God, I don't have that kind of time. Maybe I won't take her workshop. Who has that kind of time, right? But I always tell people, it took me 11 years to heal. 11 years to trust myself, 11 years to believe that I was worth something, 11 years to believe I had this talent, 11 years to believe that this universe was safe and on my side, right? And 1 year to write a book. So I share that with you because if you feel like you're not as far ahead as you want to be, or things have taken so long, or you want to get ahead, please keep in mind, those of us who are in the spiritual life, we are doing something so profoundly different. This is not linear. You are changing the consciousness that you have. You are changing the consciousness for yourself and for humanity. You are healing. We are the ones. We are the ones. Right? That's amazing. So it's not linear time because we're doing so much layers and transformational stuff that has nothing to do with linear. Right? So again, I didn't know any of that back then. After I finally finished writing this book, I thought, how do I get it published, right? And I knew about commercial publishing and self-publishing, but I asked my inner guidance, what am I supposed to do? How do you do this? And I heard this voice, and it just said, just put it in the river. Just put it in the river. Isn't that pretty? And what the heck does that mean? If you're asking for actual advice and actual help here, and you get just put it in a river, right? I live in Denver. There are no rivers. So I know it's not Moses, she's saying. I know, yeah. Exactly. I knew intuitively that it probably meant put it into the stream of life, and if it's supposed to go somewhere, it will, right? And so I knew intuitively that meant self-publishing. But I resisted that because I thought, I don't know anything about marketing or distribution. Now you have to put your own money into it. Have you ever noticed that? Like for me anyways, I ask for guidance from Spirit and I'm like hoping for the lucrative plan. I want the lucrative answer. I always get the dumb answer that says, no, you have to invest first. I hate that answer, I always want to go, is there a second opinion? But anyways, I'd followed this voice for 12 years, and I thought, I'm going to see where it goes. I'm going to trust this. I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to do it. And the second that you decide that you're going to follow this inner genius in you, the second you decide, I'm giving my life to Spirit, I'm going to trust this, I'm going to go for it, the second you decide that and you're high, you are going to meet the most judgmental person. Second, right afterwards, that instantaneously, you're high, you know it, that judgmental person's coming for you, baby. I don't know why. I sat down, I went to an ex-boyfriend's house for Passover dinner, and I sat down next to this woman, and she was my mother on steroids. Only she's drinking bad wine all night, and she starts grilling me. And she starts going, so you're going to publish a book? And you know nothing about marketing? And you know nothing about distribution? and you're putting your own money into this. Oh, you're very ambitious, which is code, right, for you're a nut. You know, you're a nut. Step away from my kids. I'd never related to the Passover ceremony before. I never really got it. It's all about let my people go in the Exodus and whatever. And I got it that night like I have never gotten it in my life. It was a spiritual experience, baby. I was like, let my people go. Let my people go, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, what do you tell somebody like this? Do you tell her, oh, I have a plan. I have a plan. I'm going to put it in a river. That's my plan. Or do you tell her, oh, don't worry. I'm hearing an inner voice. It's very, very nice. You know how like in rooms like this, we pride ourselves on this, right? We pride ourselves that we can hear an inner voice and we're following, right? And then you talk to somebody normal, you know, not so kosher, not so good, right? So I went home and I felt like a crazy person, right? I felt like an idiot because I'm trusting this voice. And that's the deal. That's what learning to trust yourself is going to be about. You're going to be inspired and you're going to know it, and then you're going to doubt it. And you're going to be inspired and you're going to know it, and then you're going to doubt it. Which one will you choose in your lifetime? Because the voice you choose in your lifetime is your lifetime. Determines your entire life. Thank God, literally, that I did do that. I self-published that book. I finally did it. I self-published that book. All kinds of stuff happened. But literally 4 months after I self-published my first book, I got an email out of the blue that literally said, your fairy godmother has arrived. Your fairy godmother has arrived. True story. I'm not making this up. Now, if you get an email like that, you're going to think it's spam, right? You're going to think it's going to be, I'm going to open it up. It's some marketing scheme or something, right? Or it's going to be Russian girls are waiting for you. Or just, I'm in Nairobi. I want to give you money. Just give me your credit card information and social security number, right? But I opened up that email. And it was from Vice President of Marketing and Publicity for Random House. And it was a woman who apparently was having a meltdown of her own and in career transition and was searching on Amazon and somehow found my self-published book. And she wrote to me and said, this is the best book I have ever read on finding your calling, on doing your dreams. I want to get this to a major New York house, which to me was like saying, I want to help you meet God now, right? So she got it to the publisher I'd always dreamed of. It was Tarcher, it was part of Penguin and Random House. She got it to the president of the company. I would have settled for the janitor, get it in the door, She got it, and they bought the book. They bought my book exactly the way that it was. Exactly. They kept the exact same title. They kept the exact writing. They edited maybe 10 sentences out of the whole book. I had purple ink because I liked purple ink, so they kept some of the purple ink. As an unknown writer, I would never have started at that level. I would never have reached that. Had I followed the conventional path, what you're supposed to do, what every expert tells you to do, and all the advice, I would have never started off where I started off. By the way, they bought every single other book as well afterwards. Yes. Still going. Yes, right? And so I would never have started that way. That's what I mean when I say you can't plan an inspired life. You can't plan this. You don't know how it's going to happen. And yet, there is a plan. There is a design. There is a genius in your life every single moment if we follow it. I couldn't have planned, I'm going to have a meltdown for 12 years. Some other woman's going to have a meltdown at the end of 12 years. We're going to hook up, and that's my business plan. No bank is going to go, sounds excellent to us. We'll sign off on that, Miss Kieves, right? So I want you to know there is that inspired life in each of us, and we are here to live it. We are here to follow those breadcrumbs, right? Thank you. So the second thing I mentioned was seeing yourself differently. Seeing yourself differently. And what that means for me is most of us are identifying with our smaller selves, what we think we can do, what we can't do, right? What if this is a divine assignment? What if we are co-partnering with something else and we are not alone, right? And so when I first started writing Learning to Trust Yourself, I kept hearing that inner voice because I kept thinking, what am I supposed to write about? What am I supposed to do? And I kept hearing this voice and it said, I need you to be the beloved. I need you to be the beloved. I need you to be beloved, to know you're loved, to know this universe is loving. I need you to teach other people that they're the beloved, right? And so that sounds lovely, but it was a little intimidating. And so what that meant was taking this path more seriously. So I'm going to read you something from Learning to Trust Yourself about that, just briefly. I'm still learning to read this out loud, by the way. Okay, so I had just gotten that advice from my inner voice of, I need you to be the beloved. And my response was, say what now? Say what now? I knew I was being asked to take my casual interest in faith and self-actualization and go deeper, go truer, and go all the way. I knew I had to start walking forward without self-doubt, to trust in the radical love of an energy I couldn't fathom, but I could not deny. I knew it meant I needed to trust myself and my life and allow it to unfold in a way that showed me I was guided and that I could trust. Second-guessing myself wasn't helping me. It was time to stop telling myself I was ineffectual. I had the edge that gave me every advantage. I wasn't limited to the perception of my reptilian brain. I possessed this secret river within me, a current of deep knowing brilliance, an energy sourced in limitlessness. I command powerful faculties. Ernest Holmes says, the life of the spirit is my life. All of its strength is my strength. Its power is my power. Part of me railed. How is believing in a loving universe realistic? There's genocide, racism, blue algae in the lakes of my childhood, corrupt politicians, and global warming. And on a personal level, I had someone drop out of a class, which goes to show the universe hates me. And yet, even as my inner tantrum spewed cynicism and a few truly unnecessary comments about a certain muffin top situation developing, I felt peaceful. Like when you know you've lost steam for an argument, really, once you touch the truth, it's non-negotiable. I knew what I knew. I knew there was an unbearable love in this world, and I wanted to serve it. I didn't need to know the name of this mystery because I knew the certainty. I also knew that when I felt love, my doubts disappeared. Be the beloved. I knew what this commitment asked. I would listen to my instincts more than to my defenses. Yes, there was part of me that doubted, but there was a part of me that did not. There was a part of me that knew I was here to thrive. Thank you. Thank you. So that's what I mean when I say see yourself differently. There's a part of you that doubts. There's a part of you that does not, and just knows what it knows, right? So that's what I'm going to ask you to do. The third thing that I want to talk about is undoing any belief that is in the way of your perfect life. Because here's the deal. We're not limited by our circumstances. We're not limited by our circumstances. We're not limited by the conditions. What we're limited by is the meaning that we give to those circumstances. The meaning that we give, the interpretation, the story we tell about a circumstance. That's what we're reacting to, right? And do you know that when you have a belief, any belief, your mind literally goes out and finds the evidence of that belief. That's what it does. So if you're having a rotten story about yourself, your mind is going out to look for any evidence that might reflect that back, and it is literally blocking anything else. So I started looking at that for myself, and I started thinking, how can I say I believe in a loving universe if I really still have these secret bad beliefs about myself or about my life? If I'm not really trusting my life, how can I say I trust the universe? And so I started looking at a belief I had, and I had this inner belief, and it still comes up sometimes. I have this inner belief that says, I never get what I want. Ever have that one? I never get what I want. Wah, wah. I never get what I want, right? And, so anytime something happens, right, I had a new client I really, really liked, and then they cancel. It's like, oh, see, I never get what I want. A store discontinues my favorite product. It's like, oh, see, I never get what I want. That belief just always comes up. But it blocks out everything else. I started realizing it's ridiculous to think I never get what I want. I got a purple pen I love. I got a book published, right? I got to speak here, right? There's so many things. But I literally, when that belief is there, I never get what I want, you literally are blocking that. So I started looking at where did that come from? And I realized, I remember when I was a little girl, I had this experience where I was shopping with my mother in a department store, and we saw these red shoes. And I fell in love with these red shoes. It was like, oh my God, you ever have something like you see that you want? It's like, whoa, the universe just opens, the heavens are singing. It's like, I wanted those red shoes with my little girl heart like you wouldn't believe, right? But I was shopping with my mother, who's a very practical woman. And so I expected my mother was going to say, the red shoes, what do you need the red shoes? These are perfectly good green elf shoes. They're on sale. You'll love them, right? So that's what I was expecting. But on that day, my mother said yes, and I got the red shoes. And it was amazing, and I was so excited. I was so like, oh my God, I got the red shoes. And I was so excited, and we bought them. They were in the shopping bag. And then my mother lost the shopping bag. Yeah, and I didn't get the red shoes. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's what I thought. And so my poor little girl heart, was just broken, right? And I think I formed the belief then that said, I never get what I want. And it's a little girl belief, I never do, right? And it was taking one disappointment and making it into a global statement. I'll never get what I want. And I think also it was because I was protecting myself. Why desire things? Why want things? Don't open up to that disappointment. Tell yourself you'll never get it, right? What I didn't realize until later is that will hurt you more. That will hurt you far more, to shut your heart to your life, to shut your heart to your desires, to shut down to the original power of this universe that is giving and giving and giving opportunities constantly, a new world constantly, right? But I didn't know that, and that's where that belief came from, and it was amazing to have that revelation. You want to know the kicker of this story? Amazing. Is I talked to my mother about this years later, and she's talking to me, and she's going, what are you even talking about? You got the red shoes. And I'm like, no, Ma, I know we bought the red shoes, but then we lost them, And she's like, yeah, we lost them. Then we went back to the department store, and we got them. I had no memory whatsoever. I had no memory whatsoever of getting those red shoes. And what's amazing to me is I remember my belief more than I remember the truth. I remembered my emotional belief more than I remembered the truth. So do you. That's going on for all of us, that our beliefs are stopping us from the truth. So A Course in Miracles teaches that we are here to undo the blocks to the awareness of love's presence. We're here to undo the blocks to the awareness of love's presence. Love is always present here. There's a miracle always present here. But we sometimes are blocked with a belief. So that's why we want to undo those beliefs. So in closing, what I want to tell you, what I really want to tell all of us here, is that your soul is absolutely amazing. This infinite power in you is absolutely amazing. This grace in you is absolutely freaking amazing. But your beliefs, they're not so hot. Your beliefs are not so hot. But don't worry, because your entire life is here to help you change that, right? And what I want you to know is that, we're living in a world right now that could use some love. We're living in a world that really needs some love. We are the answers. We are that love. Right? When we open up to these spiritual powers, when you open up to loving yourself more, you will open up to a loving spirit. You will have talents, genius, plans, ideas, things to accomplish like you wouldn't believe. A Course in Miracles also teaches that we can't see the invisible power, but we can see what it can do through us. So if you're feeling just a tiny bit little guilty right about now because maybe your self-judgment is holding back the freaking power of the universe, I hope so, because that's my secret plan. Because I've tried inspiration, now I'm doing good old-fashioned Jewish guilt. I will do anything to help you realize that you're amazing, you're beloved, and when you trust yourself, everything is possible. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Woo! Thank you. I'm just going to mention, thank you so much. I hope you're clapping for yourselves as well as me, seriously. I'm just going to mention very, very briefly, the workshop is later at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Even if you have to come late, come late. If you need to leave early, leave early. We're going to make this practical. It's all experiential. I really want to get to know you. I want to know what's getting in the way. We're going to do some exercises. The energy's phenomenal. These workshops are why I run around the country doing this, because we get to really heal with each other and have a transformation. If you're online and you can join us, please do. Seriously, it's an amazing experience because I want you to leave with an extraordinary next step and an extraordinary clarity for you. So thank you so much. I look forward to playing with some of you later. I'm also out signing books and all kinds of good stuff. I'm so honored to be here. I love this church. Thank you so, so much.
Oh, Tama, what a delight to have you with us. Thank you so much. Didn't that feel good? That felt so good. Thank you. Thank you. So what I want to do now is just anchor all of that with the affirmative way that we pray here in our blessing. So I'm just going to invite everyone to just turn within in whatever way is comfortable for you here and online, just taking in all of that love and that high vibrational frequency of spirit itself, that infinite possibility that is called God or source or spirit or love or whatever word is comfortable. I am so grateful to know in this moment on behalf of each one of us the infinite potentiality that is right here, that is love itself, that is spirit itself, at the center of each one of us that moves through us. It's the creative spirit, it's the sacred yes. And it's also the sacred no to the things that are not serving us so that we can step into this beautiful yes that Tama spoke so beautifully about. I'm so grateful for the opportunities in this community to live our lives from this place of unconditional love and possibility. And so it is in this moment that I bless all of our friends and our family, all of those here and online, all of those that are with us here on this side of life and the other side of life, knowing that we are all together, we are all one in this spirit, this God, this love, this source. And I allow this prayer to be a beacon of love to all of the hurting places in the world, the places that are experiencing violence, war, injustice, difficulty, knowing that this same love is right where they are. And I affirm that we just wrap anyone that is experiencing pain of any kind in this same uplifting, unconditional love and active hope. this day, on behalf of each of us, I bless all people who gather this week in churches and centers for spiritual livings and ashrams and synagogues, temples, kitchen tables, yoga mats, planning meetings, marches, rallies, places that are proclaiming peace in our lifetime. This place of love within us uplifts them now, recognizing that these are our siblings in this one family that we are all a part of. And so from this place of love and gratitude and infinite possibility and active hope and grace and joy, I allow this blessing to be and to become. And so it is. Blessed be. Amen. Amen. Thank you again, Tama. Thank you again, dear heart. So this is the time where we have an opportunity to pay it forward. I want to thank all of you who are already pledgers, who give. We exist literally because of what you give us. So I want to say thank you. I also want to share with you that we give to so many places. A portion of everything you give to us not only supports us here, but supports organizations that are living our values out into the world. So know that when you give to us, you are also giving to these beautiful places. There are many ways to give. You can text to give. The number is here, 503-966-3236. There's a QR code. Thank you to those of you who mail in your checks. Again, thanks to those of you who are pledgers. Oh my goodness, and thank you for all that you give here, of your time and your treasure and your talent. We are so very grateful. So with that, let us say our blessing with one voice. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Thank you. Will you help me welcome once again our very own Brian Harris?
All right. I invite you to stand as you're able and willing. When people keep repeating, you'll never fall in love. When everybody keeps retreating, but you can't seem to get enough. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door to your heart. When everything feels all over, everybody seems unkind, I'll give you a four-leaf clover. Take all worry out of your mind. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door to your heart. The only key to your heart that can stop you from falling apart. Try today, you'll find the way. Come on and give me a chance to say, let my love open the door. It's all we're living for. Release yourself from misery. There's only one thing gonna set you free. That's my love. That's my love. Let my love. My love. Let my love. My love. When tragedy befalls you, don't let it drag you down. Love can cure your problems. You're so lucky I'm around. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door to your heart. Thank you so much.
Our musical director, Brian Harris, and the New Thought Messengers. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, my friend, my brother. I have a couple of announcements. So again, local folks, please, after service, make your way downstairs. We're gonna have a light lunch. Tama's gonna be signing her books. We have books up here, we have books downstairs. She'll be signing them downstairs though. And if you have not yet already registered for your workshop, what in the world are you waiting for? You can do that downstairs. You can also do that online, our online community. Oh, I was dancing. Let my love open the door. Woo, woo. I'm so happy we get to have music like that here. Isn't that so fun? And I just invite you to return at 1 o'clock for Tama's incredible workshop. What a blessing and a gift to have her with us today. I'm going to be here for that. So I'm very excited to join you in that. And if you are online, just go to our website, and all the information is right there, newthoughtcsl.org. Once again, this is Tama's book, Learning to Trust Yourself. I got an advance copy. I read it. It's wonderful. Please do yourself just a big gift and read that. Next Sunday, March 30th, is our fabulous festive fifth Sunday, and our stewardship team is fundraising for our Caring Corner food pantry, and they've named this fundraiser Be the Change, Bring Your Change. Well, isn't that clever? I love that. They're so cool. We'll have a jar right out there. Just bring, I have bags of change, and I was thinking about just bring it, put it in the jar, and we'll be able to feed those that are food insecure. What a great thing. So thank you for that. A reminder for you all, because some people have been asking about this, we have meditation before service, and it's always led by a practitioner. It's from 10:15 to 10:45. It's in person only. And it's in our practitioner center, which is just adjacent to the fireside room. So if that calls to you, come a little early, meditate with a practitioner. It's beautiful energy. And also, finally, save the date, mark your calendars. Our third annual Seder Potluck Dinner will be on Friday, April 11th at 6:30 p.m. We're so excited. More details to come. I want to take a moment here as I ruffle my papers. And I want to thank all of you who are here in person, who came out to be with us this day, to help co-create this beautiful energy that we're all experiencing in community. Is it healing? Isn't this a healing thing? Oh my. And those of you online who are watching us from Washington, Oregon, California, Mexico, Nebraska, Wyoming, Colorado, Massachusetts, and Germany, we love you. Thank you for being here with us. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I want to also thank again our online practitioners, Kelly Bastion and Beth Doyle. Thank you so much for just holding that space there online for our online community. I'm now going to invite our practitioners to come on down forward. Sorry? I will. I absolutely will. Yes, yes, I will. So come on down, practitioners. And just know, those of you online, your practitioners there are also going to be going into a private room, and they are going to be available for prayer for you, just like your practitioners here. So if there's anything on your heart, if maybe something that Tama shared and you are realizing that maybe there's a barrier or a block and you could use a prayer to get to your inner freedom and that beautiful infinite possibility that she spoke so beautifully about, just share with the practitioners a few sentences of what's blocking, and they'll take it from there. They'll take it from there. And speaking of which, so that you all know, Tama, she's only here for today and tomorrow, and she's going to be available for personal coaching at a discounted rate as well. And so avail yourself of that. There will be more information. She can give you the scoop, and Paul can give you the scoop as well. You can ask him if that's something that you want to go deeper with her today or tomorrow. You might want to make an appointment with her for that. What a gift. let's see, what have I not shared? Yes, we're all going to go downstairs. We're going to have a light lunch, those of you here in person. And we're doing a new thing here. I know Shelley started it last week. Those of you in the room, we're inviting you to sing with us for our final song. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to invite you all to stand as you are able, and I'm going to invite Tama and Deborah to come on up with me. I also want to thank our welcome team, Tracy Cronin and Billy Keith. They're going to be at the welcome table here in the lobby if you have any questions at all. And yeah, right after we finish this blessing, I invite you to sing with us. The lyrics will be on the screen. Come on down, y'all. Come here. Come on over here, cutie. Come here, Deborah. Come on this other side. All right, there we go. That works. Okay. May you go, Brian. May you go in the light, as the light, and with the light until we meet again. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. You are so loved. Mwah. We'll see you at
I release, I let go.